No electricity, no fuel, no water, and this was feeling like hell. There was some police checkpoint and they were asking me to pay another 5,000. They will keep telling you, remind this apprentice, remind this mate that you are alighting here. And I was so, this woman, she will bring me food every time, she will make me eat. Today I'm going to be sharing my honest opinion on what I like and dislike in Mali. Mali is such a beautiful country with beautiful culture, with beautiful people. After staying there for 3 weeks, I feel like no, I've been integrated inside the community, and I now feel like I'm part of them, knowing that I understand the language and I can find my way out. I feel like I'm part of the family, and I was so amazed by the love the people showed me. And about the things I like about this country, that's my first time going to this country, by the way, and my first experience with the people in the buses were how they will be asking you, I hope you are doing fine, how is everything, knowing that maybe you are not from that country. Sometimes they know you are not from here, but they don't want you to feel like you are not from here. But when you ask for direction about where you want to go, they will be concerned to where you will drop. They will keep telling you, remind this apprentice, remind this mate that you are alighting here. And I was so much grateful about that. It was so beautiful encounter with them. They just watch out for you. And there was this woman where I was staying, she literally gave me food every time. I don't know this woman from anywhere. My friends knows her, and then they are actually in the same community. So this woman, she would bring me food every time, she would make me eat, and the food she would serve me myself, I always ask myself, why this food is so much but I still have to eat it. And they love it when you eat their food, they love it when you respect them, and when you want to actually learn the language. You know, they and Ivorians, they have this kind of beef, not really hard beef, but this friendship beef. So knowing that I speak my French like the Ivorians, they feel like, yeah, you are part of us, you are our sister. So that was amazing. And the fact that when you are hungry, yeah, I've said the food part, but when you are hungry and you walk to any family, they can actually give you food. They can actually give you food without asking you where are you coming from, without asking you who are your parents. Just walk and tell them, I am hungry, and you'll be served food. Trust me, you'll be served food. And another thing is that they take their security so conscious. You know that the country is not in a better place. The country is in a war, and anytime you are walking around and you pull out your phone or you pull out something, they are always security cautious. They want to know what is going on, and when you understand the language, it's just a plus, because you tell them, oh, this is what is going on, and okay, you can take videos, you can do this, and I really love it. Really. Another thing I love about Mali is transportation system. Unlike Burkina Faso, don't get me wrong, they have good transportation system. They have variety of transportation that you can go anywhere you want at any time, and they are very affordable. The emphasis is on affordable, depending on the one you want to take. They have the taxi, they have the trotro, just like Ghana. They have the buses, the long buses. So it depends on which one you want to take, and it depends on exactly you want to take, and they are so much affordable. I think it made my walking in and out of the country so simple. I didn't have to stress myself thinking about transportation whilst when I was in Burkina Faso. If my friend don't come and pick me up, I can't go out because the taxi is so expensive and I can't even go out. Yeah, so I had to spend lots of days in Burkina Faso as well. But it was so amazing because I had to stay longer than the way I stayed in Burkina Faso, because there was transportation and I'm being welcomed, I'm being fed, I'm being accepted. So it's so amazing. if I should mention all the things I love about Mali, I don't think I even have to talk about what I dislike. I went to their villages, and guess what? I was treated like a princess. And I was so amazed that they think maybe I'm from the city. You know how the city life is. They will just welcome me amazing. They want to make sure that I feel comfortable. Like anytime, they even allowed me to cook. You know, when you go to someone's family, then you are not part of their family, you are not allowed to cook their food in some tradition. But here, they allowed me to cook. They allowed me to experience their culture. They even put me behind their motor to go and experience how they actually cycle their bicycle. They have this bicycle competition that they do in the village, and women don't normally go, but because my own case was so special, I went with them. I even cheer up with the winners, and the amazing thing is that the winners was from the community that I went. So that was so amazing, guys. I don't even know how to explain better. And one thing I also like is that some part of the country is so nice. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's so nice, and people make that place very neat. Not the entire country is neat, by the way. I have to just give accolade to some parts of the country that are very neat. People are actually taking sanitation around some parts very serious than some parts, and I'm talking about the villages. When you go, the sanitation is on point. I was just looking and saying, nah, this, if I'm to choose between the city life and the village life, I think I'm just going to go for the village, because everything was just so amazing, guys. Trust me. Now, the moment you guys have been waiting for, you want me to tell you what I dislike about Mali? Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Yes, I didn't also like was the border aspect. When coming into the country, I was asked to pay to stamp. They asked me to pay 5,000, so I negotiated and I paid some amount, which is very reasonable. And they stamped my passport, and I went inside. And before getting out of the place, not even far after this one, when you are going to Senegal side, there was some police checkpoint, and they were asking me to pay another 5,000. It was at this point that I knew that they are not trying at all, because the presidents are up there, and according to ECOWAS constitution, you don't have to pay as an ECOWAS, right? And he was asking me to pay 5,000. So I put it to the man, why should I pay 5,000? I mean, why should I pay? Then he was like, yes, yeah, he was just checking my passport. He was saying, okay, show me your yellow card. I showed my yellow card. He checked it. Everything was updated. So he was just looking at me, and I was also looking at him. I said, why should I pay? So he didn't know what to say again. So he asked me to go, and I didn't pay. And people were there paying. Meanwhile, everything of theirs were just complete. But because they don't want to talk, they don't want to ask what is happening, they had to pay. And when leaving Mali as well to Senegal, I mean, they asked me to pay another money again, 5,000. I was at this point, why should I pay 5,000 again? I've already stamped my passport at the beginning. Well, I'm leaving the country, I have to stamp, right? But it's still, it's not too much again. I mean, I was at Burkina Faso, and then I stamped my passport at the beginning. They didn't take me any money. Why should I come here? Going out of the country, I have to stamp my passport and I have to pay. So I didn't talk too much, and I told them that I don't have the 5,000. So I gave them the amount I have, and they said okay. They took the money and they refused to stamp the passport. And I asked them why. They didn't talk. They were just looking at me, and I left because my bus was already leaving. If I don't take care, I'll miss my bus. So please, the president are there working so hard, but the subordinates who are supposed to support the president, they're making everything worse for the country. I mean, they're making everything worse for the government, and they're making it look like it's not working, which is not good. Yeah, which is not good. So this is what I didn't like about the country. By the way, some of you tell me that they're not part of ECOWAS again. Yes, they're not part of ECOWAS again, but they are still allowing ECOWAS to do business with them, meaning that as ECOWAS citizens, you still have the rights, just like the way you have the rights when you were part of ECOWAS. So meaning that even if they are not part of ECOWAS, again, doesn't mean that as someone who is part of ECOWAS, I still don't benefit what we were benefiting before. Is the road good? Well, in the city, some of the places the road are very manageable, very good. But when you are leaving the city, getting closer to, like, you know, there is a way that you have to pass to actually go to Senegal. Goodness, that is so terrible. I'm already telling you, so terrible. So if you are planning to take a road trip from Mali to Senegal, you need to be prepared very mentally, because you know, one thing is that people were actually vomiting in the car, and which is so pathetic, very pathetic. Looking at the nature of the road, so bad. It wasn't easy. Just like other countries that we know, there are good things and there are bad things about them. I'm just expressing myself, telling you my real opinion and things that maybe anyone who wants to travel to Mali can actually see, and you will not see like I'm sugarcoating everything. I just want you guys to know that, yeah, even if you go, this is what you are going to experience there. This is what you are going to see. It's not about me coming to tell you that this is how the country is. Yes, the country is very nice, it's very beautiful people, and that's what matters most. But I have to also talk about this side that I think people should also know, for those who really want to visit, and what you should expect. Well, you will not get electricity 24/7. Yeah, you not get electricity 24/7. But let me tell you guys, my place, I was having electricity 24/7. The only time electricity went out was once since I was in that country. Yeah, but the other part where my friends and some people that I've known were staying, they were just taking electricity every time, like every single time. So when I visit them, I have to make sure that I maybe charge my phone before going to those places, and you know, yeah. But it wasn't rampant at my area. My area, no. I was so shocked when my friends were telling me, oh, here they take electricity a lot, and I get to my place, that's Sinu, that's where I was staying, there was loads electricity outrage, like anyhow. No, the only time we experienced that was once, and now I was even shocked. I think that day I discussed it with my friend before going there, and all of a sudden they took the electricity. So I was even blaming them that it's because I told them that my place with we always have electricity, that's why they made them take my own. So you should expect that, and I don't like that about them. Just like other African countries, yeah, some of them take electricity by heart. Yeah. Another thing I didn't like about the country is the fact that people had to make a line, one logo line. Lots of people were outside. Guess what? No fuel in the country. No fuel in the country. There was a meeting I was supposed to meet, and I couldn't go out just because there was no fuel in the country, and people had to park their motors, their cars somewhere to actually wait for electricity. And I don't like it. The people don't like it. So don't come for me and tell me that if you don't like it, why did you go? No, it's what the people don't like as well. So they are, if you go on social media, you see them actually bashing, talking. Yeah, they also didn't like it. So I also didn't like the fact that there was not fuel in the country. But the problem with the fuel, let me clarify, the problem with the fuel is that we all know what is going on in Mali. The country is not stable, and they are doing all their best to actually make the country a better place. So with all the terrorist thing going on, you know, yeah, so I think that was the reason why there was not fuel in the country. You get it? Yeah, you get it. And at some point there was no water as well. Not like giddy water. My place, there was water 24/7. Just sometimes that it will come small, but there was water. Some parts, there was no water. So when you go and visit someone and you don't get water there, don't be surprised, because you can get it in the evening, or it will come back in the afternoon time. Well, you just have to be prepared, just like other African countries. You can't take it away from us unless you work towards it. Way up. Another thing is that the people love their president. I was in the car, right? The fact that they talk about their president, they are so happy about it, is one thing. Well, some other people don't do it, they don't like. And they were discussing about the situation of the country, and there was this old man telling them that no, they shouldn't say it, people are not working in the country. Do you realize that the whole people in the past were against this old man, telling him that it should not talk that way because the president is actually working his ass up to make the country better? So the thing they have to do is to make sure that they are in solidarity, and I was so happy that they are talking about it. So this and many more I've said should not actually make you not visit Mali. Mali is a sweet place, a nice place. It's a place to learn culture. It's a place to actually relate with the people, know their music. You know, we have their favorite artist, that is Oumou Sangaré. This is actually the beautiful time for you to actually go and visit Mali. Yeah, although the country is not that safe, but it's very good to actually go and experience it at this time. So if you guys have loved this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and also share.